Well, hello! Welcome back to my channel. Joshana here to talk about some friggin' Game of Thrones. This is not a book-related video today. This is just me loving Game of Thrones way too much video. So, as I have mentioned before, I am very familiar with the Game of Thrones television show. I have not read the entire book series, and the book series is a struggle bus, but I love the world of Game of Thrones. We can see here, I read that bitch real fast when I got it. And then Fire and Blood, also a historical account of the Targaryen family, Volume 1. Cannot wait for Volume 2. Blew through that bitch also. I love the world so much, and I'm so familiar with the show because I have an obsession with watching Game of Thrones reaction videos. People watching the show. Each video they post, they can only have 10 minutes of footage, so it's largely just the highlights. So I have seen about now 40, I think, the last time I counted, 40 channels go through the entire show. So I'm very familiar with it, and I also have delved into some theory videos and watching those and knowing about some of the theories. I've kind of pulled away from that a little bit because I want to be very surprised by things now in this final season. But yeah, I'm very familiar with it. And because I love it so much, I also love the fan-made tribute videos that are on YouTube. Oh my God, there are so many amazing ones. Zurich23M makes some fucking fabulous ones. Is it Garo Studios and Soshi? There's a couple other channels that do it. And I have some favorites that I wanted to share as we approach April and the final season of Game of Thrones. I'm gonna try to rank these. I'm gonna try to rank my top 5. Okay, so my favorite characters in Game of Thrones it's kind of changed a little bit. Up until season 7, I would say Tyrion was by far my favorite. After season 7, I'm kind of about him. I still love him, and he must be protected at all costs, but he's not my favorite necessarily. I love Sansa Stark. I hated her for the first 4 seasons, solidly hated her, because she was annoying as fuck, okay? She just was. But I absolutely love her now, and I get in arguments at work with one of my coworkers in particular because he is one of these people that hates Sansa and thinks she's so annoying and she can never be redeemed for how stupid she was. And stupid she is. I don't think she's stupid anymore. I think she was stupid. She was a young girl and she was real dumb. And people want to argue, well, Arya was younger than her and Arya wasn't as stupid. Arya is a different human being. She's a different person. I think that the people who still don't like Sansa because of how stupid she was or is, I think those are the people that can't accept or just don't like a young female character or person who isn't a badass bitch. I get it. We all love the badass bitch. We all love the sassafras little girl. We all love the Arya Starks. We all love the Lyanna Mormonts of the world, right? We love that shit because it's like, fuck yeah, get them. You know, Lyanna Mormont is this she's a child, but she will tell you about yourself. She doesn't give a fuck. She's like, nah, I know what's up and I'm gonna tell you. And she's pretty smart. She's also very different from Sansa. Sansa just always was a sweet, innocent, naive person when she was younger. That's just how she was. She enjoyed doing girly things. Arya did not. They were very different, and that's okay. She was annoying. Don't get me wrong. Her stupid, I want to marry him and have his babies bullshit with Joffrey, she was just naive as fuck. She was very sheltered. She was coddled. She's the eldest born daughter of a high lord. Of course she was coddled, and she just always was a little more sensitive and girly. And I think people don't like her because she was sensitive and girly. And I didn't like her because she was stupid when she was younger. But freaking fight me on this. She has some of the best character development on the entire show. And I say that because she has changed so much. And also, she did all this shit without any magic assassin school and training, without any magic faces to use, without any magic direwolf to help her out, without any magic people to bring her back from the dead, without any magic abilities to see the past and the present and become a freaking three-eyed raven, without any fucking magical creatures at all like dragons or magical abilities like I can't be burned. All these other characters that are great characters and have had some development and whatever, she hasn't had that. Everyone has suffered on this show. Everyone has suffered very awful things. All the characters I just mentioned without naming them, but you know. Everyone has suffered. Everyone has been through some shit. She has been raped. She has been sold off. She has been a prisoner many times over. She has been mentally tormented, physically tormented, emotionally tormented, just abuse all the time. She had no agency before. Everyone else was running her life and selling her off and doing all these things. And especially when she was with the Boltons, I mean, she was tortured in every possible way, okay? And she made it through all this shit just by being her. Without any help from anything magical or from anybody else. She just suffered through this shit and came out alive in the end, and came out without having totally changed, in a bad way. She didn't lose herself, that's what I mean. And Sansa came out of all this shit without ending up being a broken person. She's a changed person, yes, but I think for the better. She took all of this pain she went through and she got smarter because of it, and she grew because of it, and she did not let it break her, and I fucking love her, and I will fight about this to my deathbed. My coworker and I'm like, dude, we're gonna be fighting about this to our dying breaths, because I just think she's an amazing character. So probably some of my favorite tribute videos are about Sansa Stark, because they showcase all of this shit, and probably my very favorite one is by Anne Sochi, and that is Stupid Little Girl. I love it. Oh my God, I love it so much. Especially towards the end, there's a part where I'm gonna link all these down below. I'm not gonna show them right now. I don't know all the copyright shit with showing that many of them. But there's a part at the end where it's the voiceover of Jon when he was telling Bran in episode 1 to watch the dude get beheaded, and he said, "Don't look away, father will know." And there's a voiceover of Jon saying that while Sansa is watching Ramsay get fucking eaten by his dogs. Because there's that point where she goes to look away and then she stops and she looks back. And at that part, there's a voiceover of Jon saying, "Don't look away, father will know." And oh my God, the tears. I can't. Oh, I'm gonna get teared up right now just talking about it. So Stupid Little Girl by Anne Sochi is probably, I'd say, top 2 for sure. But then my other one that would be fighting, these two are probably pretty close, because another character who is unquestionably a favorite and a great character is Jon Snow. And this tribute video, there's so many tribute videos about Jon Snow, and so many of them are amazing. One that's really good is The White Wolf. Like, you have to watch The White Wolf if you want to see some of these reactions. That's probably my number 3, but then probably number 2, maybe number 1, the Sansa one and this one kind of vie for number 1, would be Jon Snow, The Wolf with Dragon's Blood by Zurich23M. It is incredible. I think The White Wolf is also by Zurich. Yes, The White Wolf, Jon Snow, The White Wolf is also by Zurich23M. And oh my God, they're both amazing. The Wolf with Dragon's Blood just goes a little bit more into the whole, him being who he is thing. And I believe that's the one that shows the dichotomy between Rhaegar Targaryen and Jon Snow, particularly a part where Barristan Selmy is talking to Daenerys and says, didn't Viserys ever tell you about Rhaegar? And she said, he told me Rhaegar was good at killing people. And Selmy says, Rhaegar never liked killing people. And then the part in season 7 when Jon is talking to Dany and she says, we all enjoy what we're good at. Jon obviously being good at killing people, battle, war. And he says, I don't, meaning I don't enjoy what I'm good at, which is killing people. And like just the parallels, oh my God, I love it. And then number 4 and 5 also probably kind of can go back and forth. But that would be also by Zurich23M, Jon and Daenerys, Ice and Fire. This one is so great because it shows the parallels between Jon and Daenerys, and I just love it. Like, they have so many parallels with their stories and with how they've come into power and the things they've done. I mean, Davos mentioned it in season 7 when Jon and Dany first met, and she's saying, I did this, I did that. I brought the Dothraki over. I made dragons come back, and I did all these things. And Davos is like, he did quite a few things too. He brought the wildlings over and made an alliance with the wildlings. That's the first time that's ever happened, and like this, and that. So they have a lot of parallels, and this video shows it, oh my God, so beautifully. And then number 5 would be, I have to say, I kind of want to say this other one, but I have to say, by the Garrow Studios, Jaime Lannister, Oathkeeper. Oh, it's another really great one. Jaime is another really great character who has had just a crazy character arc and character development, and he probably has the best, at least it's going that way, redemption arc, because right from episode 1, you fucking hate him. And throughout the series, there are certain points where you fucking hate him because he can be not a nice guy. He can be really awful and selfish for him, but also very toxically attached to Cersei. We all know, like, she's a crazy fucking bitch and I hate her, sorry, but he's like obsessed with her to the point of his detriment and allowing her to do shit that he wouldn't allow other people to do. He gives her way too much leeway and gives her way too many chances, and I don't like it. But he has had a really good redemption arc, and I want to see it to its fruition. I hope it happens. I hope he gets some true redemption. And there's a way that it could happen for me to be satisfied. I won't say, but yeah, I hope it happens. At any rate, this is an amazing tribute to Jaime as a character. It just showcases the good and the bad with him, and the ending of it, I just love, and it alludes to what I think would be a true redemption for him. I just don't know if it'll happen. And then another one by Anne Sochi that's an honorable mention, but might kind of be in the top 5 sometimes, is How Stark Comes and Goes. Oh my God, if this doesn't make me cry every fucking time I watch it. It touches on all of the Stark children, the Stark family, and the music that's with it, the song, and it's just, oh my God, it's so good. I have a playlist of the tribute videos that I have seen and enjoyed quite a bit. There's more that I have seen, but the ones that are on the list are kind of ones that I've gone back to a couple times. These ones are all on it, plus a bunch of other ones. There's one for Theon called I Chose Wrong, and if that's not one of my favorite lines from the whole show. There's quite a few other ones of Jon, of Daenerys, of House Stark, of Sansa. There's some of Arya. I will share that in the link down below also, or in the description box down below also. So you can just check out all of them that you want to. And I mean, go look up a bunch of other ones. If there's certain characters you like, I can almost guarantee that there is a tribute video for them. I don't have one of Tyrion on this list right now. They don't tend to make a lot of Tyrion. There's obviously a lot of Jon and Dany, and there's actually quite a few of Sansa also. But yeah, I will share that, and I'll list the ones that I mentioned specifically like in the description bar, and then I'll have this linked. There's, I think, 17, yeah. So if you have some time and you love Game of Thrones, and you want to just feel all the fucking feels, go watch these videos. Okay, that is all. Thank you so much for indulging me and my Game of Thrones obsession in this very much non-bookish related video. As always, I appreciate your time. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.